Well, thank you for watching PPP Plays, I guess. Good night, everybody. No, I'll figure that out one of these days. Just a little busy getting ready for the moot and all. So welcome, everybody. How are you all doing this evening? I hope, oh, wait, where'd the chat go? There it is. Nope, there's the chat. There's the chat. All right. Well, I hope that you all are enjoying a wonderful holiday season, getting ready to attend the Prancing Pony Podcast 2025 Moot, starting on Thursday, whether you're joining us in person or online. I am hydrating, Katie, as you always suggest I do. So, goodness. The story of the name Hassel the Hoff. Yeah, well, it's been kind of a nonstop PPP few days, isn't it? And it's about to become that even more. Pro tip: if you're carrying a basket, yes, oh yes, I have done that. I've also thought that I had one more step to go, and did that stumble of yeah. I'll tell you what though, Katie, when I get back, I am going to take 2 days of not thinking about the podcast or Tolkien at all. I'm just going to tune out, play some No Man's Sky, maybe I don't know. I'll do something. Read some Formula One stuff. Got some books on my Formula One shelf I need to read. Yeah, maybe next time, Hassel, that'd be great. This PPP, very important I get all the consonants in there, goes to 11. Bit of paint. Well, I'm glad you didn't break anything. You know what? I think you can give that. You can send the survey out. Let's not gather responses for a couple days. Easy for me to say. All right. Well, as usual, this is the best time to ask questions, to give me grief about things, to tell me how much you missed Katie when we did the stream last week, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think if I say that at the event wrap up, like, nobody fill out the survey until Katie's had a rest, you'll be fishing my body parts out of the nearest river. So, probably not a good idea if we want to keep the podcast going, I would say. That'd be my thought. Well, seriously, any questions? We had a good question today. Excuse me. We had a good question in the live recording that I'll ask the rest of you, because not all of you were there. And the question in the episode was, what's your favorite Tolkien acquisition that you got in 2025? So it could be something that came out years ago. It could be just something that came out last year, or, it could be a 1957 copy of The Lord of the Rings, and but you got it this year. So what's your favorite Tolkien thing that you got this year? And Jabba the Hutt will not appear in the stream. Oh man. Not upset at all, Nate, because I'll just ignore the question. Yeah. F1 question. Been a lifelong racing fan, never got into F1. Any suggestions on how to learn about the team and drivers? Actually, yes. I know a lot of hardcore fans, and I count myself among them, look down with a little bit of disdain on the Drive to Survive show on Netflix. I actually think it's really good. It does beef up the drama. It does make it into a little more of a soap opera than it really is. If you can ignore that, it's a great way to get to know the drivers and get to know the teams a little bit. As much as I say, go back to season 1 and watch 7 years worth of it, don't, because then you'll just get confused, because drivers change teams all the time. Teams change liveries, teams change names. So, yeah, I would just say maybe grab the most recent season. If the season that came out last February or March covers the 2024 season. And then in a couple of months, they will release the 8th series, which will cover the season that just ended. So Got your first copy of the letters, the updated version. That's a great edition. Yeah, the ire. You will just seriously, you'll just get us going. Next. Oh, we've shared our wisdom, Nate. I'll just point you to the episode in which we shared all of that wisdom. Hello, Chewy. Or should I say, I can't really do Chewy. I've never. Sean can do Chewy. I cannot. I did try to do a little job of the hut today, though. That was fun. Solo. Something like that. Let's see. All right. Well, I guess since apparently the best Tolkien acquisition in 2025 was Hassel's copy of the letters, it's time for me to get into the Lord of the Rings Online and see where we last left our intrepid little river hobbit. What do y'all think? Any more questions before I do that? Ooh. Yeah, History of the Hobbits, a deeper cut for sure. Complete Guide's a great little reference. Yeah. Yeah, don't let it be on your 2025 PPP bingo card. I'll make all sorts of crazy sounds. Chewbacca's not usually one of them because I struggle doing it. I am, however, starting to get Kermit the Frog a little bit. No, that's not him. Kermit the Frog here. I don't really know how to do Kermit. Sean does. Sean can do Kermit quite well. Bovadian Fragments was weird, but also good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the game then. All right. So we are going to hide the chat overlay. So those of you on Twitch, say farewell to your friends on YouTube and vice versa. Oh, no, it's Big Head Allen. Ah, no, anything but that. Please, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. All right. And there we go. As usual, Katie will do her magnificent job of keeping me up to date on my screen that's closer to seeing you. But I can also look over here if I am in a pinch. Yoda, I can do. Yes. When 800 years old, you are as good you would not look. No, I will never beat. There are some voices that I will never be able to do as well as Sean. Kermit, I think Yoda, and definitely Winnie the Pooh. Cannot touch his Winnie the Pooh. And he's so disappointed if I don't hear a real life Katie sign at Alan. What would a real life Katie sign look like or sound like? There will not be a Bovril snack bar. I vetoed that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, people have tried to get it into the U.S. They have tried. They have tried, and they have died. Hey, good news about this screen. It's always looked a little bit weird. Like Hilbern's chunky, but he's not that chunky. They are going to be rolling out some UI changes, including fixing this screen. So on these big wide, because you can tell, mine's a 21:9. It's a super wide monitor. And so everything looks distorted. It's also why the map looks funky, right? You've noticed that the map looks funky. That's going to get fixed. There is a US/Canadian substitute for Bovril that's, I've been told it's even worse than the original. All right. Oh, a sigh. You will get plenty of, just look for the eye rolls. You can't miss them. All right. So like this is okay, right? The game screen is fine because it just renders the screen out. But the fixed art, like the map, is all stretchy. If you've never seen it on a regular monitor, it doesn't look like that, right? This looks like all pancaked. So I'm pleased to say that's going to get fixed. So All right. Bob right or Bob wrong? Okay. I have no idea what we got here. Okay. Let's dismiss this. So what we've got here, what we have here is failure to communicate. All right. Remnants of the Past is just generically killing white, so that'll be easy. I don't even need to turn that one on. That's just going to happen wherever I'm going. Chapter 6, Forwadu. Defeat hostile Dunlendings throughout Enidwythe. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to head over that direction to kill a few. The Hermit is right there. So we're going to do the Hermit first. And then Servants of the Master is the Kunanun, the dogs. So we're gonna do that right here. We're gonna go ahead and do the second half of the Broken Amulet, kill some mutts, kill some whites, and then go defeat some Dunlendings. Oh, there's a white. See, you want to, and pretty soon we're gonna be at level 73 too. That'll be nice. I don't think these count as whites. These are spirits. So let's see. I don't think. Nope, they did not count as a white. It's got to be the whites. Yeah, definitely can go on the nope shelf with the pickles. Huh. I'm supposed to collect the second half of the Broken Amulet. It might be in this little area, right? That's what I'm thinking. Up here? Oh, and it's not like the Barrowdowns. I was expecting somebody to jump out at me. As they do. It's like it's centered around this thing. Oh, maybe it's down here. Collect the second half of the Broken Amulets. May be found on shades. Ah, so I just need to keep killing more shades. And these are the shades as opposed to the whites. And then we got a Kunanun that we got to kill because we got to kill the dogs. Aha! And there's the second half of the amulet, so that's done. And we got to take that to the guy at the Hall of Sanctuary, which is all the way back. Oh, it's not very far at all. So let's go do that, shall we? In the meantime, we'll try to kill some more whites if we can find any more Kunanuns. Ah, there's white. Of course I will accept your invitation, Katie. Katie's here to make sure I don't get killed by the green mobs, though maybe somebody needs to remind her that green mobs aren't exactly her strength. I'm kidding. Okay, there's the 10 whites. Now we just need to, well, this is interesting. This is a really dense little thing, and I can't get through the woods. There must be an entrance somewhere. Of course, it's back here. The Hall of Sanctuary.
We have little to say to your kind.
I see your ranger friend has sent you. I hope the 2 pieces of this amulet, when mended, become the object I have long sought. My belief is that, well, it's not the epic quest, so I don't need to read all of this. He thinks it's going to be the key to an ancient curse, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Woohoo! Level 73. So now we still need to, you know what? Now I don't care about Servants of the Master. We're going to cancel that quest. But we do need to go talk to Mincham and then defeat some hostile Dunlendings because that's the epic quest.
I hope we come to Aragorn's aid.
Okay, defeat hostile Dunlendings. Okay, it looks like the best bet is going to be just straight over this direction. And we need to find how many? Just apparently some. What? More Ashen Whites. I don't really care about the Ashen Whites. There's a Dragluth soldier. These are all gray. I wouldn't be doing this, but it is, of course, part of the epic that we're now way ahead of ourselves on level for. It's because I just want to get to level 75 and have all my cool gear. I'm a gear. That's what I like to have. Hey, who's this guy? Is that a half-orc boss? Well, he's not a Dunlending warrior. Katie, do you need me to summon you? And return to Suvolch when you are satisfied. I wonder how many I need to kill before I should be satisfied. I mean, really, I guess I can only kill so many of these things, right? Well, why don't you go and make your way to Suvolch, because that's where I'm going to go anyway, and I'm going to be done pretty soon here with killing some of these guys. Oh, of course, there aren't any right here. That's the whole point. Looking at the map, this is the little outpost. Whee! We'll shoot a few more. Because really the only good Dragluth is a dead Dragluth. I am aware of the irony. See, I want to get back there and have Suvolk be like, yeah, whatever. You killed more than me. You win. All right. So let's head back to, I guess, Echa Dagaras, and then we'll take the stable guy over to Lanuk, because that's where Suvolk is. Well, he's right outside, actually, if I remember correctly.
What can I do for you?
Oh, great. Spam already. Spam a lot. Boop, boop. I think I can actually, and I know you've probably already got it, Katie, because you're fast, but I think from this, I can add to my block list in the restream chat. Yup. All right. Let's go talk to the dude. If I remember correctly, he's outside the gates. I see a green dot behind me.
How many hostile Dunlendings have you slain?
Suvolk listens to your count and nods. What? I cannot believe my ears. You have slain more than I. I was overeager to return here to hear your tally, Hilbern. I confess it. It is no matter. We did this for Wadu, and now his cowardly foes have paid a price for their ambush. Shortly after I returned from battle, one of your rangers spoke to me. He said his name was Radanir, and he wanted to speak with you. You should find him, see what he wants of you. He said he would be at the Duvodiad camp among the trees to the east of my village. Thank you for the competition, Hilbern. It is not enough to answer for my son's life, maybe. But it is something. All right, we're just going to port. Oh, no, we're not going to port there because I got Katie with me. Come with me. How far east? Oh, it's not far anyway. Let's just go through the fields. Little hobbit with great vertical. Hey, there's a half-orc who wants nothing to do with me. Guess what? Gonna kill you anyway. All right. Oh, there are the trees. That's right. That's where we want to go. That bull might have some hides that I could use. Aha, yes. Magnificent hides. All right. Radanir. There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. We have received another letter from Ergothorn. I left it on that crate there. If he speaks the truth, we have little time to waste. To the Rangers. I do not have much time to write this. I beg you to move with all possible haste. A group of Uruks have come out of Dunland, but instead of passing further north as others have done, these have begun the climb into Thror's Coombe. I fear they have orders involving the dwarves that still live there, especially the one called Nar. You must defend this dwarf from the Uruks. He knows much that, told to the wrong person, could be hurtful to your errand. Well, we already know that Nar knows too much, so I think we need to do something about it.
If Uruk sees Nar, he could tell them of our errand.
Or he could tell them nonsense, but I think we have no choice. Yeah, I think he's right.
We have to leave at once.
Okay, Katie, we got a situation here. This is a fellowship quest, so you could join me, but the problem is if you join me, I won't get inspiration, so I'll be the squishiest little guy ever. I mean, squishy. So do you want me to go ahead and remove you from the fellowship for now, and then I'll come back and catch you later? I think that's probably for the best. So I'm going to go ahead and where's the see? Oh, I think you'll have to disband. No, I can just leave. Okay, I've left. Farewell. I shall salute you. All right, I accept this quest, and I am going to Zudragund.
Once more we put our trust in Ergothorn and travel with utmost haste to Zudragund. Will we find there a band of Uruks, as he says, or a time-wasting detour?
We are here and not much behind the Uruks, if that is their foul stench they sense on the air. The other rangers who came with us will approach from the other slope, and we will rejoin with them when they have scouted the heights. For now, let us continue and defeat whatever Uruks have stayed behind to defend their way back down the mountain. If these Uruks are like others I have seen, some will be stationed between us and the summit. Well, then let us away. I should probably... As I said, to battle! Oh, I won't need much because these are all low level. We've done well, but do not let down your guard. You kidding me? I know how these things work. Who is there? I can hear you sneaking about. Ah, Grishkuk Archer. That is all of them. Make your way further up the mountain and found Kendith on the way. All right. Well, okay, this is what I'm always this place confuses me. I think you have to go down to go up, right? Yeah. Well, let's just set a trap, shall we? Come on. Oh, yeah. Little one-shot action. Hilbern doesn't even get a scratch. That's the way it ought to be. I definitely won't be looking at the chat very much right now because I'm on the edge of a mountain. What do you think the boss wants with him? It don't matter what I think. Boss wants him. Boss gets him. Hurrah! Candaith! There are Uruks further up the mountain. I heard some of their talk, and they call themselves the Grishkuk. Well, yes, their names say that right under them. Their leader is called Nurzumgrat, and it sounds like he has come to the summit. We must fight through these Uruks, Hilbern. Oh, hey, well, that was from above. Talk about ambush. There's a great troll ahead. Keep climbing the path and defeat it. Halros. We have something good about the troll, the defender of the span, keeps us from... Well, hello? Ho ho, that did it. The bridge is ours. And by ours, I mean yours, because you are a lowly hobbit, and we are the mighty rangers who did nothing. Here, let's be clear, the rangers do plenty. Plenty, I tell you. They are... Great story here. Hilbern, this way. The Uruks are at the summit. We have to do something, and quickly. This way, to Zudragund. Oh, this is bad. I told you I don't know what it is. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. Hold, Uruk. Ah, more rangers to slay. What a pleasing day this has become. Take them! Why can't I take... Oh, there we go. I couldn't find a target. They were all ones I couldn't get at. That's loud. It wouldn't let me target more than one at a time. That's interesting. Yeah, see, all the rain of arrows just go on that one guy. You can only go one at a time. That's interesting. What is this commotion? I can't target any of them. Yeah. Uruks, let me get my ox. This is bad, especially since I can't target anybody. Ah, there we go. Now they can all target me. Great. That's what I wanted. And now it's Nurzumgrat's time. If this is to be my end, I will finish as many of you rats as I can. Well, come on over here. Come on, dude. Yeah, that's right. You know I'm the threat. Poof. Ha ha, I am ready. It is over. But what of Coronir? I am fine. I'm merely winded. I am glad you arrived when you did. Ha ha ha, that is how you slay an Uruk. But where is Thrain? He would want the honor of defeating the leader of this band. It was wrong of us to deprive him of it. Thrain's been dead a long time now. I will be well enough after a short rest, Hilbern. I didn't get to read the text. Oh well. Talk to Coronir and Zudragund. I do not know what to make of these dwarves.
Once again, Ergethorn has saved us a great deal of trouble.
I'm pleased you came to the defense of Zudragund, Hilbern. Once again, Ergethorn has saved us a great deal of trouble. Why do I not feel more relieved by this? Before the attack, Nar became very excited. No amount of calming words from Prithgaya could settle him. He moved from shelf to shelf in a certain section of the library, and in his agitated state I could not even get his attention. I will point out to you the shelves. Perhaps this time you will find some relevant information that will help us get to the bottom of our mysterious dwarf. The shelves are on the upper level, on the north side of the library. How do I even get to the stairs? Ah, there's stairs. North will be over here, but how do I get... Oh, I see. Further up. It's quite a place. Careful with the stairs.
Up, up, up the stairs. And then a tunnel.
There's the other stairs. And there's the untidy bookshelf. There's a few of them. You have found some pages which have been hastily torn from a larger volume, perhaps a diary or record of events, and seem to be only a few years old. Surprisingly cold for March. I think this might be a dwarf. Yeah. Surprisingly cold for March. Our friend the ranger came by again today, and we spoke for a time about the situation in the north. His chief is on some errand to Mirkwood, but it seems to me that Tugon knows little of it as well. Nar has been in high spirits lately. I think he likes receiving visitors, though he does not always recognize them for who they are. Still, it seems to me he enjoys the company. He does spend a great deal of time in the mine. I only accompany him occasionally, but there are only so many times I can see Thor's stone house standing empty before the melancholy is too much. Nar sees it as it was, I think, so I'm content to let him visit it by himself. These periods give me time to write in my book, which is fine by this dwarf. I think tomorrow I'll walk down to the coombe and see about picking more of the herbs I've read about. Perhaps I will make that brew after all. It would be nice to have Nar to talk to again. You found a stack of loose papers, yellowed with age, which seemed to have been placed back onto the shelf randomly, with no regard for keeping them in order. And in the last month, a great number of the supports have fallen, giving rise to much concern among the dwarves who have stalls in Zigil Jabal. A dozen of our stonemasons were directed to repair the supports, and trade should resume shortly. With these stonemasons went several wagons of material, chiefly unearthed stone, but also a number of fine gems, a gift to the dwarves at Kechel. We'll see how hot they burn their forges, and if they can work the gemstones into their craft as well as we are able. Judging from the state of the next page, it is even older, and only a few words can still be read. Time we lost one of our own to the forbidden halls. They should seal it away, and forget it was ever delved. You found a book, of which the cover is missing, as are many of the pages, but it has been recently read and was clearly put back carelessly. But the beast returned that night, and the walls all around shook with the sound of its fury. The doors were barred, but the bars bent with each mighty crash of the creature's bulk, and cracks began to appear along their lengths. "We must return its youngling," cried Cellar over the din, and he leapt forward, knocking aside the warriors that braced the door with their bodies. The first bar gone, and then the second. "No, Cellar!" they shouted, but it was too late. The third bar fell to the floor, and Cellar threw open the door. Old Stonetooth was through the doorway in seconds. Cellar was trampled underfoot, along with many good dwarves that spoke against the capture of Pebblewort. It availed them nothing in the end. Stonetooth thundered down the length of the hall, braying for her young, and then an answering bleat. It drew her down side passages and steep stairways, the flagstones cracking beneath her great weight. The dwarves freed Pebblewort from his cage, and many of them ran. Those that witnessed the reunion of mother and child did not survive to tell of it. But the next day, when the dwarves ventured back to those broken halls, all was empty. Old Stonetooth and Pebblewort were never seen in those caves again, and none know where they went. But it is still said today, when the earth shakes, that Pebblewort is running beneath the mountains, expressing joy at his freedom, carving great channels in the walls of the deepest caves with his golden horn. Well, that's interesting. Talk to Nar. Ah, broken ankles. Oh no, that's Callanglad. Nar's over here. Yeah, see, falling injuries, and they're gone. Where'd Nar go? Oh, there he is. That was quite a battle, was it not?
Quite a battle, was it not?
Ah, it has been a long time since Uruks dared to show their faces here. I must tell Thror when he comes back. Guys, Nar's not well. Can we just Get him someplace safe.
I do not know what interest Gnar could have in these
That's right.
topics.
A list of repairs at a dwarfhold in the White Mountains? A page from Frithgaider's journal? And the story of some beast likely more tale than true. I can think of no common thread to tie these together, just as I could not the last time we tried to make sense of the dwarf's curious behavior. Return to Halbarad and tell him that for now, Sudragund is safe from the Uruks. We should be able to find him among the huts on the western side of Lanuk. All right, let's just go talk to him, shall we?
I have bad news.
It's a lot, Hassel. It's a lot.
He is dead.
Oh, well, Ergothorn was real, but he's also dead.
One of the scouts of the
We found his body this morning, hidden behind a fall of rocks on the southern edge of the Coombe. I think he was ambushed from hiding as Wadu was. Though it is strange he was not slain by sword, arrow, or bolt. He was killed by hand, the life choked out of him. For now, his body is being kept in the Hall of Making to the northeast. You should examine Ergothon's body to see if we can learn anything more of his fate. Is that this one? Yeah, I think it is. It's definitely the Hall of Making. I mean, there's all the crafting stuff. Oh, over here. They just dumped him over here. That's brutal. Face down, no less. Oh. It is as Halbarad described. The man is wearing armor of Gondor and has no sword wounds on his body, but he is dead. You notice a scrap of parchment clutched in one hand, which you pry loose and read. To the ranges. The dwarf has already told your foe much, and I fear it will be enough to endanger not just your errand, but the delicate situation in Dunland as well. Things are not as he thought they were, but they soon will be. He has been slowed by his uncertainty concerning the errand of your company, but not stopped. They who swore the oath to Isildur at Erech, you know of them, and of their home beneath the Dwemerberg. But you do not know that some number of them sought to flee their curse, and came to hide in a place called the Forsaken Road among the Lich Bluffs. If they could be made to fulfill their oath to your chieftain's forebear, all might not be lost. Not all remember the old days, the old ways, but I do. For Ithil that was lost, and for all else that was forgotten, I remain, Ergothorn. Well, that's sad.
He was unable to deliver that letter in life.
Must have been coming to leave us that letter, Hilbern. He has delivered that letter in death. I know not who set upon him in the wilderness, far from safety, but I believe it is the foe of which he speaks, or an agent of that enemy. I believe now that Ergothorn's enemy is our enemy as well, but now at last it becomes clear. Whoever killed Ergothorn can move stealthily and strike without warning, but chooses to use neither sword nor bow. If this mysterious foe can move about without the knowledge of his prey, he may have overheard our conversations. If he too speaks with Gnar, that could be the source of the dwarf's information, but twisted into a form unbeknownst to Gnar himself. And it all comes back to the Oathbreakers. Is Ergothorn right? Could they be compelled to fulfill their oath? If we can learn that this is possible within the Forsaken Road, that will be a great boon for Aragorn. Speak to Radomir at our campsite in the grove of trees east of Lanuk. Tell him that I want this investigated. Love how I'm just your messenger boy. I'm just your messenger boy. I'm just a little fast little hobbit running messages. Talk to Radomir in the grove of trees east of Lanuk. Okay, I will. There's another one. Get him. Or just die. Oh, hello, Katie. Good to see you again. Another poignant heartstring pulling moment. Yep, that's the Grey Company quest line. Halberad's wishes. We will walk the Forsaken Road and see what lies within. Same thing again, Katie. I'm sorry. If you join me as a fellowship, I'll be squishy. If Ergothorn is right, a number of Oathbreakers fled from the Dwemerberg after Isildur cursed them and left Gondor. They traveled through the trackless wilderness, seeking to escape the curse, and came at last to the Lich Bluffs. Did they find what they sought? Or did they come to realize there was no escaping their curse? I do not know. But if we can find the Forsaken Road where this group finally remained, we may learn something to our advantage. We may learn if Aragorn can compel them to fulfill their oath. I have spoken with Rod, the scout who found Ergothorn's body. He knows where the entrance to the Forsaken Road is and will show us the way. Talk to me when you are ready, and I will assemble a group of rangers to investigate. All right.
Ready to depart for the Forsaken Road.
Let's do it.
We have come to walk.
Katie, I don't know what the instance is. You'll have to tell me, okay?
Sought to escape their curse. Is it possible that Aragorn might compel them to fulfill their oath? We seek to learn if it is so.
This is an evil place, Hilbern, and the dread of it lies like a cloud upon my limbs. It's so cold, I should think it would never be warm again. This is a place of the dead, kept by them throughout the long years. Will they rally to Aragorn's cause? We must learn if it be so. Hassel asks, which superpowers would you pick, assuming you control them? Healing, super hearing, hyperintelligence, ice breath, or enhanced balance? Can't pick invisibility? Because I'd always choose invisibility. I already have hyperintelligence, so... Kidding. Ice breath's pretty just a nice offensive skill. This is the instance, Katie. Do you want me to quit it and have you join? I can. Okay, good at giving reactions in chat. Okay. And yes, and you're either the messenger boy or the errand boy. It's true. All right. Here we go. Stay alert. We do not know what we will find along the Forsaken Road. The men we seek must labor still under Isildur's curse. What ceaseless toil their cowardice has given them. Hold, there is a presence here. I only have the one hope token? I know I've got some others. Hold on. I know I got plenty, so don't worry about it. Thought I had some hope thingamabobbers here, but... Oh, there's a hope tome. Okay. Who dares disturb this place? Who dares venture where only the dead may walk? The living may not pass. This road is not for you. Turn back. Turn back while you still have the power to do so. Only the dead may walk this forsaken road. Come, my brothers. Come see these wayward children. Okay. There's a lot of them. Who dares disturb the restless dead? I dare. And what is that to us? Why should the dead care who you are? Why? Because my chieftain is the heir of him to whom you took your oath. No. I'm sure I'm doing okay. All right. Stay on your guard, Hilbern. These men are without honor. We are here to listen to their words, but we must remain cautious. Do you acknowledge the right of Isildur's heir to hold you to your oath? You have not been judged worthy of speaking, weak child. If you can defeat me, perhaps Britu will listen to your claim. Is everyone all right? You see now our strength. We are not to be trifled with, Maunir. You cannot defeat me. Or maybe I can. Your honor is gone, and only my chieftain can return it to you. That remains to be seen, warm blood. You know, we've kicked your butt 3 times. The Dunedain and their allies will not be cowed by the likes of you, Oathbreaker. I haven't even turned on the filters. I desist, Dunedain, for now. You fight passing well for a child. Britu will want to speak with you. Britu always wants to speak with those who brave this road. Keep the chasm on your right, and you will find him. Come, my brothers. It is not our time. It's very cool how they sort of pop in, pop out, just not all at once either. That was nice. All right. I see. So I'm apparently supposed to do that on my own. This is a properly creepy place, no doubt. Music's good. There's somebody up here. This place belongs to the dead who do not rest, and all your kind who stray here perish. Oh, hey, there we go. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Let's get that back. And there we go. And there we go. All right. So we found the guy, Cursed Britu. Tells us it wasn't very smart to come here. All who stray here belong to the dead. You came to this place to escape your curse, Britu, and you brought these men with you. But there was no escape, and you will never know the peace of death until you fulfill your oath. I will consider what you have to say. This seems to me a good sign, Hilbern. If the Oathbreakers will fulfill their oath to Isildur, we will command an army the like of which has never been seen in Middle-earth. Surely victory will not be far behind. Yes, I will consider it, but only if you can stand against the dead. Witness the strength of the Dunedain and their allies. Somehow I think I am filled with the fear of you. Perhaps these others will do. Yeah, it's going to be the never-ending stream of dead. Britu, enough of this. We need prove nothing to you. I think you do. We did not come here to entertain your careless whims, Oathbreaker. And yet you do so most admirably. Come, my kin, slay them. I'm sure we're not the first person to come here and say, hey, we're here on, have you heard of Isildur? Yeah, him. About that. End this, Britu. I command you to end this. I need not listen to your commands, warm blood. It's weird, since they don't just die, you sort of have to look at their life, their morale bar to see when it goes green, because then you can target somebody else. Hold! Candaith, he rocks. I have the authority to command you and all your kind, Britu. For I am the heir of Isildur. What evidence do you have that this be so? Only this, the ring of Barahir, heirloom of Isildur's line. I see. We will fulfill our oath at last, that the heir may lift the curse. Tell your men. But that is not the ring of Barahir, and you are not the heir of Isildur. Well, this is bad. I knew those fake rings were a bad idea. But man, I didn't think that Candaith would pay for it with his life. That stinks. Candaith, man! Candaith! That stinks. Don't go writing checks your body can't cash, man. Ah. Just makes me so... Ah. What has happened? All of a sudden, the Oathbreakers fell upon us. We've only driven them off for the moment. We have to get out of here. What is Candaith? I have not seen him yet. Stop! We have to wait for Candaith. He's not yet come this way. You're correct. We must get out of here. Hurry, before it is too late for us. That frickin' sucks. Yeah. I mean, Candaith is somebody you meet when you're like level teens, you know, outside of Bree.
We knew there would be hardship.
We knew there would be hardship.
It happened so soon.
Did not think it would happen so soon.
Go to Coroner and tell them we are done with Silvergun and done with Nar.
It is time we make ready to leave once again. I want every ranger ready to depart. We have lost too many of our number to foolish detours. Enough! Go to Zudragund and tell Coroner that it is done. We ride at first light. I do not care what Nar may know or of what Ergothorn was afraid. I thought we could attain some secret, some new wisdom that would be of use to Aragorn when we come at last to him in Rohan. But I was wrong. There is no secret weapon, no easy victory. Go to Coroner and tell him we are done with Zudragund and done with Nar. Man. So that's the thing with Durthal. I moved past because that instance where you're fighting. It was one of the instances with the. Oh, it was that battle with the orcs after, with Isildur by your side. I never got past that, so I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go to the next one. So I actually never have seen that. That stinks. That kills me.
I will follow Halberon's orders.
But I will not leave until I have some answers. After the disaster of the Forsaken Road, I strode through the coombe and collected the ingredients for this strange-smelling brew. Kibbel Luz, Nija Mujdu, and Hulwul Hurs. Frithgeir did not want to, but at the end I gave him no choice. He has brewed the drink and given it to Nar. Hurry! Go now to Nar and ask him once again how he knows of the Oathbreakers. Ask him how he knows the words of Elrond concerning the paths of the dead. Ask him why my friends are dead. Go, Hilbern. We will leave Zudragoon, but first I want to know why all of this had to happen. Oh, wait, I'm running the wrong way. Oh, for the shadow? Well, where is he? Oh, there he is. The distant expression that Nar usually wears has been replaced with a shrewd glare. He is still under the effect of the strange-smelling brew, but that clarity may not last long. What are we supposed to do? Go back and forth?
I
Cannot believe that.
We've played right into Saruman's
Traitor Saruman has been influencing our errand without our knowledge, and we have played right into his hands. This stage of our journey, this investigation into the mystery posed by Nar, is over. Halbarad is right. The next stage of our journey will take us south into Dunland, likely towards war and danger, right beneath the shadow of our enemy. But it does not matter. What matters is that we journey. For good or ill, the Grey Company will continue on its road. This detour means our enemy knows we are coming. We must hope he does not know why. But if he does, perhaps that knowledge will cause him to make a mistake, to make some error he will regret. Our friends have perished. Our hope for the future must not die with them. The Grey Company will ride again, and soon. You will come with us if you still wish to. I would not blame you for changing your mind. The road will be hard. So we actually get some really quality gear here. Legendary. You can see, though, it's only like 30 points more armor, same agility, a little less vitality. So it actually doesn't help me much. It does, yeah. It just doesn't, because it's just not. So I'm going to take that stuff and sell it. All right.
It is true. We don't know what we will find as we ride south. Lone lands and wonder what will happen to them when we have gone. But this is something we must do. Each of us has sworn an oath to Aragorn, our chieftain. And none of us will break that oath. We know the risks. None of us would join the Grey Company if we felt its errand was not important enough to brave those risks. For my part, I will not give in to fear of the unknown. We all have our role to play, and I hope only that when I have played mine, the world will have been better for my having been in it.
All right, so now he gives us the first part of the next book.
We have delayed too long already.
I'm
ready to go.
Return to Halbarad in Lanuch, and we will decide how best to proceed south into Dunland. We will leave this place behind, and none too soon. If we had left earlier, we could have left with Candaith and my fallen brothers, and not without them. All right, we'll have to come back sometime for fun to do the Hobbits of Enedwaith, because we're gonna keep moving here. Cornir's right. Delay has been costly. If what you say is true, and Saruman does know of our errand, we travel from hardship into even greater peril. And yet we must not despair or turn from our road, or our brethren will have fallen for naught. Halbarad sighs, his brow creased with worry. There are two paths we could take into Dunland, and I propose that we split into smaller groups and travel each of these paths. We will be less likely to be noticed as we cross into Dunland. Prestadir and Bragiar have scouted our options. Speak with them to hear of the two roads that we might use to enter Dunland.
Drang is a forested land where shadows pool in the hollows between the hills.
The southwest passage into Dunland will take us through Drang, Hilbern. It is a forested land where shadows pool in the hollows between the hills. As I scouted ahead, I saw emblems and totems of a horned stag, but few people. They are likely to be on the edge of the conflicts in Dunland, though if it be by their choice or by necessity, I did not discover. You are welcome to come with my group into Drang, Hilbern, and we will learn the truth of it.
The bone vales are dusty and barren.
The southeast passage into Dunland will take us through the Bone Vales. an inhospitable and barren land. The crags and valleys are dusty and barren, and its people are tough, like coffin nails. There are few souls in the bone vales, few eyes to watch our passage. Caution must be our watchword, stealth our constant companion. My group would welcome your presence, Hilbern. I'm assuming it doesn't really matter which one I take, right? These are 2 roads to Dunland. So we either come through this way or come through this way. Actually, it's probably these 2, right? Because all roads lead to Galtreve, so it must be through one of these 2. So the Bone Vales or Troomdrang. Yeah, so let's do, we'll go through Troomdrang. It does matter. All right. Well, I mean, but once I'm into Galtreve, it won't matter, right? Do you have a preference? Do you think that there's a choice that I should make? I mean, I'm leaning towards, I'm leaning towards Troomdrang, but, I don't want to. Okay. Any particular recommendations on the choice? Maur Tulhau, but that's not either of them. I'm being given a choice between Troomdrang and Bone Vales. Troomdrang. All right, let's do Troomdrang. Which road do you wish to take? Make your choice.
Each will have its dangers. I welcome you into the group.
I welcome you.
Troomdrang,
The land of the stag. We will do our best to come to that way into Dunland free of danger. We will move swiftly and silently, and our company will be in number small enough as to escape prying eyes. Saruman knows that we must pass into Dunland, but the time and manner of our company is still ours to control. Let us be off at once. We can stop and see how things fare once we have crossed into Troomdrang. All right. So I could do that by going into this place, right? That's where we're going. But I am going to go first to Maur Tulhau and show you the Hobbits of Enedwaith.
We have little to say to your kind.
We'll take the non-quick one. Well, good night, Nate. Well, I don't know that we'll have time to fully explore this idea of the Hobbits of Enedwaith, but I think it's interesting enough that we should at least go there, I'm going to go ahead and toss this. This ruddy parchment was starts a series of fellowship quests coming out of Thror's Coombe. Speaking of quests, I'll clean this up because we're going to remove Servants of the Master. We're going to remove Scout Baldrag and Silence the Sentries. Yeah, one of these days I need to go back and do Nala Doom, but along with that Fortress of the Nazgul, talk to Bori and Moria. I don't want to go back to Moria anytime soon. So that's all we're doing for now. Just the mere fact that there are hobbits there. But they've already told you that. Find the hobbits of Enedwaith. Hobbits apparently dwell somewhere in the Gloomglens. Ithrin Fair suggested you seek the hobbits in the west. What job would I have in the medieval period? Yeah, probably not much. Subsistence farmer is what most of them are. A watchman maybe. At least I get to wear some, have an armor in my, wear some armor and have a weapon in my hands. I'd be the traveling merchant, The tinker and the napper. For those who are with me during the live recording today for the episode on Tal Elmar. Definitely be a watchman. Kind of wish it was daytime. So we're not going to spend a lot of time here. We're not going to do a lot of quests, but we do want to kind of show you the area. They are Stewars, if I'm not mistaken, Katie, right? Is that they're related to the Stewars? The hobbits that we're going to meet? Yep, that's what I thought. As you'd expect from hobbits, they're sort of isolated from the rest of the region. Boogans. The Hobbit lamp. Hold on. There's a Hobbit lamp. We should check that out. Marks a place where the first hobbits settled. So you got Hobbit lamp posts form that you got to discover. When you do, you get an emote that gives you a golf chip. You get follower of the long road. The Boogans are not good guys. We're going to just take him out while we're thinking about it. And of course, now we have a quest item, strange breed of goblins. But I mean, I'm not going to accept it because it's a great quest, so I'm not worried. All right. Roos Corncuthur. What?
Brings you to Maur
Maur what? Maur. I can't remember what it's called again. Maur Tulhau? What? Who are ye? What do you want? Okay, and then now, of course, all the quests are gray, right? You've dressed mighty queer for one of our folk. I've never seen you before. Your speech is strange, too. You say you're a river hobbit. Interesting. You won't get far with my folk unless you can prove yourself trustworthy. We're not keen on Devodiad, strangers around here. How do you feel about pipeweed? Well, that is something we have in common, then. Perhaps if you bring something related to growing pipeweed, our mayor might give you a fair hearing. So I'm going to decline the quest because we don't really have time, but let's go into the area and sort of take a look and see. There is a stable master there, so I'm going to get the stable master. Hello, Katie. How are you? So you can see there's Stewart townspeople. I have to admit, the first time I saw this is pretty cool. Iago Glenuth. There's a milestone here. There's even a forge master and some vendors. Lots and lots of quests to do from here. It's charming. It's lovely. Highly recommend it. But I highly recommend doing it when you're not, like me, on a thing to focus on just the epic quests. You want to know the secret to a fine garden? Ore droppings, that's what. Something's got to be done about them others to the south. There isn't room for all of us. Too many Devodiad wandering about. What's this world coming to? Imagine sort of that isolation that hobbits tend to already have and make it more so. You can follow the path down here to the water side. It's a pretty little place. So it's a lovely little place. They give you lots of quests to do to kill those little goblin critters, mostly. It is charming. It is, if you, what do they say in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. But we are going to head over to the stables and take the fast stables back to, let's see.
We see some of our king went north long ago.
Echad Darvun, and then we'll take that road through the Mornshaws. So Echad Darvun, well, of course we'll call it Yes, Hassel, the stores are, or perhaps the very ones that if you were there the day I created my character, right up in the Vales of Anduin. But yeah, he was a store, or from the kin who would become the stores. Dadaboon has an on-level quest.
Hail, friend. May I have a
A
moment?
lost hunter. But I think I'm going to pass on that one because we're not going to stay in this area. Oh, just in case we run into him on the way through the Mornshaws. We're not going to, though. So you notice where he is and where we want to go. So we're going to just cancel that. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace Eka Dagaras with that, or Nars Peak. We definitely don't want to go back there anymore. And the next time we play the game, we will make our way down this road and go into Dunland that way. So we'll come through this way, right? And end up reaching Lan Taran, and then making our way probably with some quests around Troom Dreng before we get to Galtreb, which is really the center of this whole region. That's the main town. And we're going to have lots and lots of quests throughout this area, or at least we would if we wanted to. Again, we're still a little over level, so we're probably just going to move our way through and stick just to the epic. So very cool little place for the hobbits. Exciting, and really, I'm glad they said go check out the hobbits there, because if they just said there's some interesting people over there, you might think, I don't have time. But you got to check it out, especially if you're playing a hobbit. You got to check out the hobbits. So I am going to exit the game, and then we'll chat for a little bit. Okay, and bring that back. And bring the chat window back. If nothing else, that makes my giant head a little smaller. All right. So what were some of the things going on in chat while I was busy? Thank you, Dan of the Rings. Yeah, it's as festive as I can make it. I need to get more lights next time. Need to get more lights. But yeah. The Gondolin of Hobbits. I love it. Heart-wrenching every single bloody time. Started crying 10 minutes ago. Yeah. This game gets you so attached to the Grey Company. Yeah, it sure does. And yeah, I didn't realize. So that's why when we did the Before the Shadow stuff, that's why. Yep. That's why you create the Babarahir ring. The Timu ring of Barahir. Yeah, pulling up a map of Middle Earth. So Enidwaith moving into Dunland. Yeah. Yeah, Maneldir. That was awful. That was such a hard thing, because Maneldir was, for those who don't remember, Maneldir in the Before the Shadow intro, Elf on the Shelf. Yeah, I got to do that. Maneldir is a former Dunedain. He had violated his oath, and yet he was still serving the Dunedain, and helping you. And it was rough. It was rough. The Tralalalali elf. I wonder what it would smell like. Yeah, the game is great. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's again, it does show its age. So, if you're spoiled with modern AAA games and you've got your GTX 5080, you're going to be, kind of looking at the graphics a little askance. But I think for the fact that the game's nearly 20 years old, the graphics are good. More than that, though, the music, the environment, the ambiance, the storyline, the writing is really, really good. So, well, any questions before I start to wrap up? I know it's been a little bit of a short a shorter session, but we do have the moot coming up. I know there are a few things that Katie needs my help with before both of us start getting ready to travel to the moot. Anybody here? No, I have not yet done the slides that you've asked me to do. I will do them. I didn't have time. Anybody here joining us in person? I know some of you are joining us online. Actually, I hope you're all joining us online. Excited? I am excited. I'm nervous as always. It's good to see everybody, but you know how I'm here for an hour and a half, sometimes an hour and 45 minutes. And when I'm done, I can sort of decompress and I don't have to be on. And that's probably the biggest challenge is folks don't necessarily know that I'm an introvert, that I don't get my energy from other people, that being around a large crowd of people can be draining for me, and that I love to just retreat back to my room and isolate and be by myself for a little while. So the hardest part is really that conflict, because I love my people, right? I love the PPP family, but by the end of the day, I'm exhausted and just want to, run away for a bit. So, but it'll be good. Erica, that's right. You're going to be there in person. Great to see you. And also in person. Really, really good. Oh, you are not ready for the pub quiz, Hassel. You are not ready for the pub quiz. I should read you some of the rejected questions. It's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one. I can't spoil anything because it would be unfair. It would be an unfair advantage. In Far Harad. Indeed, that is Far Harad. Yep, Katie came up with some hard ones too, specifically questions about the PPP itself, like the show, and the films. I let her come up with the film questions. The other categories, you will hate me when it's all over. But, it'll be worth it. The winners will get some pretty cool prizes that we've been thinking through. Oh, and of course, those in person will be eligible to receive the some of the giveaways that OSHA, our title sponsor, is sending us. So once again, OSHA, who did such a great job, sponsoring us and helping us get over the hump earlier on, is going to have. They're sending us a lot of stuff to give away. So really excited for that. I am definitely not. What car, make, and color is the car that I mentioned I drive? That's a little too specific. I'm not going to ask anybody to remember that. And that's why I edit them, Katie. That's you make them. That's why I edit them. Well, if you're ready to participate, then you're ready to go. Good. If by ready to participate, you mean ready to lose. That's not the Ring of Bar here. You're not the heir. That's the thing that kills me. Like, he would have known better than to try to trick the dead. Like, dude, you're taking your life into your hands. It just killed me. Yeah, I've got any OSHA stuff. I'm bummed. OSHA just released a clothing line, and I ordered a couple. I ordered a shirt and a sweatshirt, but they're not going to get here until Friday. So they'll get here when I'm already in Dallas. And I'd known that, I would have had them shipped to the hotel there, but oh well. I'll have to wear them to the next one. No, that's what I drive now, but that's not the answer to the 111 question. No. It was the first car I drove, an orange Pinto station wagon. And she, for some reason, remembers that. Yes. I would rather walk. It was not my car. It was my mom's car. But it was the station wagon, not the explosive hatchbacks. So at least I didn't die. Yeah, the PPP might never have been if I'd driven the hatchback. That was quite the car. 1,000 times? Katie, that's like 2,000 hours. it's only been 111's only been out for. Okay, so that's over 100 times a year. It's like 9 times a month. You listen to it twice a week? Oh, a Chrysler Sebring. You have my sympathies. I mean, again, 75 Ford Pinto station wagon, orange, so I have no room to talk. But yeah. Currently doing a re-listen of both. My goodness, that's quite a task. I'm so sorry for the yawning, folks. I've had a couple of rough nights, a couple of late nights just getting work done for the moot. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and head out. But thank you for joining me tonight. I'd say enjoyed is probably a little heavy because, watching his death in this very important quest was not what I was expecting to have happen. But I enjoyed the time with y'all. Looking forward to seeing a few of you at the moot in person. That is great. And those of you who aren't going to be able to join in person, I'm looking forward to seeing you online. If you have not yet registered to attend online, please do. That will help us a great deal to know, numbers and things like that. And it helps us obviously fill up the coffers so that we can make sure the event goes well and set aside money for the next one. Oh, right on. You got to hear the message. The Spotify, for those of you who I think you have to be in the top X%, but I love doing that. When Spotify was like, "Hey, shoot a video for your people," I'm like, "Oh, right on." It was so cool. Oh, 96 Ford Ranger. You got it, man. That's great. Katie, I'm not yawning while my event coordinator's name is mentioned. Maybe I am. Katie. Yeah. See, look, yeah, it works. So I will, Hassel's got a question for me. Favorite Middle-earth collectible I have that's not made by Weta? I really don't have any. I mean, I guess Lego, but that's not really a collectible. I literally don't own any. I didn't do a lot of collectibles. I didn't do really any collectibles until Black Friday last year when Weta had such a great sale. I had bought one piece from them, one. And it was when Matt, Nerd of the Rings, showed the, I guess maybe it was a pre-release video or maybe he had a sample or something, but he was talking about he was talking about the pending release of a limited edition sculpt, Theoden on Snowmane, which I still haven't figured out where to put on the shelves because it's massive. And it's the only limited edition of theirs that I've ever ordered, but I ordered that and it kind of got me hooked. So when Black Friday came around last year, I bought several pieces. Again, not all of them are up yet. I had to find room for them. But I don't really have anything that isn't Weta. So yeah, sorry, Hassel. And I do realize I see you in a couple days. I was teasing you about the yawning, but yeah. So those of you who haven't registered for online, please do come join us. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to have a great pub quiz trivia on Thursday nights. Friday, we've got a keynote from Christopher Gilson. Saturday, we've got keynotes from Brett Devereaux and Sean Marchese. We're going to have a panel with all three of the keynote speakers. We're just going to have a lot of fun. So come join us from Thursday evening to Sunday noon, all day long, Friday and Saturday. Great stuff. So we look forward to having you. And again, that does mean I will be missing Saturday's stream. There will not be a stream on Saturday. Thank you for saying that, Katie. I didn't want to mention it just in case that wasn't available for our online folks. So I will see you all next Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll pick this up right before Christmas. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night.